guys, welcome back to my 2A channel. Today we've got the Remington model 1907-15. It is a Berthier rifle made by Remington for the French. The Berthier rifle was 8mm of the bell was used from 1890s to up to 1940. It's an 8x50 cartridge, 8x50mm. This one is obviously not stock. It's got some things on it that would need redone, clearly. But a little background. Remington got the contract from the French after World War I broke out. And in 1915, they signed a contract for 250,000 of these to be sent to manufactured in the U.S. and sent to France. They had their two factories, Bridgeport, Connecticut, and Ilion, New York, and both of them were being remodeled, roof raised, added floors. Ilion, New York, they had it partially finished, and they opened up sections to actually start producing and trying to manufacture parts and get these into production. Remington failed. They had deadlines, production numbers that they were supposed to meet. They missed their deadlines. 9,440 of them approximately were approved by the French of the first number that was sent to them. The rest were not approved, didn't make it past the inspectors. They cited different things as far as the rifling wasn't to their specs, and just different things that because of the hurry production, trying to get things done, Remington kind of blew it. They lost contract. Remington had there was a lot of other things going on. Remington tried to grab as many contracts as they could in the beginning of World War I. War brings money. Rifles got to be made, ammunition's got to be made. So they were grabbing different contracts. They actually had a British contract for the pattern 14, or the Enfield pattern 14. They had a contract for 1 million of those. They had a contract with Russia for the Mosin Nagant, the 1891 Mosin Nagant. They had a contract for 1.5 million of those. Interesting thing on that, then late 1917, the Bolshevik Revolution halted that, and they actually could not, the contract was halted, not canceled, but halted. They couldn't send any more over, and the American government made an agreement with the Imperial Russian Embassy that was in exile to continue that and provide them with rifles through Remington, and basically providing the rifles to the anti-Bolshevik Russian troops. So they had a lot of things going on. They had a labor dispute in 1916 that halted some of the production of different rifles and such, and so they really overextended themselves between trying to build new factories and trying to grab as many contractors as they could. They blew it. They couldn't do it. But this one, 1907-15, freezing this with me. 8mm Lebel. Obviously some things that are not supposed to be there. See this wire. Now, these originally came with a clip, 3-round clip, loads in the top. When you, much like the Italian Carcano and several other older military rifles, once you fed the last round in the chamber, clip fell out the bottom. And you fired that round, open it up, smash another clip in there, and keep going. They later, 1916, they did some modifications to this. They extended the magazine on it so that they could take a 5-round clip. They also put a bottom plate on there because they found that, an open section like that out in the trenches and in the weather, you get dirt and mud and everything else in there, and it causes problems. This one's also, it's missing, it's got a notch here for a sight, but it also has, you can see here, there is an area, looks like it had a piece on top there, probably with a ramp sight. These were blade sight, a notch sight in the back, a blade in the front, which is gone. This particular rifle does not have a serial number, which means it was one of the ones that was not sent to France. France specifically ordered them without serial numbers so that they could do their inspections. Once they passed inspection, they could put their own unique serial number on them so that they could track them. And of course, the idea obviously was that if they were manufactured by different places, but they all met the specifications, that parts would be interchangeable in the field. Get a broken rifle, you know, cannibalize a couple other rifles, make one good one out of several broken ones. They had several, the French also had several contracts within, I believe it was within France. There was even an automobile manufacturer that was contracted, and they made 750,000 of the 1907-15. But this one, like I said, it would never made it to France. It's got some damage on here that somebody tried to patch up. It looks a little cheesy. I don't know whether it fires or not. 8mm Bell is not the easiest to come by. Nothing is right now, but that's even worse, considering that what I've seen, it's been out of production for 60 years, even the ammunition. I'm sure I could come up with something, but I'd be a little leery on firing this anyway, considering that it is 100 years old, over 100 years old. But that's what we have. I don't know, I do intend to try to, I'll have to take this apart so that I can heat this up and get this, this piece of wire somebody soldered on there. I don't know if I'll find any of the clips for it. I have a Carcano with a clip. I meant to bring that out to show you the clip, and I'll take some pictures of it and put it in with the video. That's what I got. She's not in bad shape, she's not in good shape. The spot there where the sling attached, that's missing. There's a couple extra holes there that probably aren't supposed to be there. When Remington lost that contract, they had enough of these in production already, plus with all the new machinery and tooling and, you know, setting up to build a new rifle to help recoup some of the costs. They sold the remaining, I've seen different numbers, 5,000 to 10,000, there may have been more. They sold them on the American market as a sporting rifle, just to try to recoup some of those costs. So that's what I got today. I know what you think. I have seen some ads for these, looking, you know, trying to look for information. I've seen some ads for some that are in, you know, very good condition, but everything I've seen on them is that they, you know, they were limited production. They're hard to find, so obviously parts are going to be hard to find. But let me know what you think. We'll see what we come up with for next time. Thanks for watching. Okay, real quick, that's that Carcano clip. Same style that goes in that Berthier, the 1907-15 Remington. Rounds go in from the top, put them in there, charge it in the rifle, shove it down in from the top, and again when the last round is chambered, that falls out the bottom.